Horford missing his second straight. Joel Embiid in the middle. Josh Richardson and Ben were barely recognizable from last year. A lot of changes as we are running tonight from Sixers wearing their classic uniforms tonight. Turnovers and the points. It's Embiid. I went glancing off the rim. 12 rebounds per game. That is Simmons taking it to the cup for two.
And stopping that penetration, able to get all the way to the cup.
Embiid held by Fitz.
He spent the whole night last night banging, picking up where he left off, initiating the
chat with the two guys who were critical of him, Charles Barkley and Shaquille O'Neal, and the two.
From a positive point of view. In other words, those guys aren't hating on him. I don't think any of us are hating. Awesome.
And certainly Embiid hearing from a couple of Hall of Famers.
I'm okay with the miss. I like the move. Going to the basket.
Holiday going to the hoop. And that's happening right now over on NBC Sports Philadelphia Plus. At the same time, it is utterly fascinating at all the things that bettors can bet on during a game.
Well, but I get the draw.
Like Scott lacing the three.
Into that lane. So important to get into the painted area. It breaks down the defense.
Teams. That is Kenrich Williams. He is certainly the fifth option.
I wouldn't have kept even six.
Right.
You had to keep some of them, right?
Josh.
And they're expecting things to come to fruition for them as an organization. Joe bait him into that jumping.
Drew Holiday, who was second
position. The ball comes weak side right to him.
Ingram, who will get
there, still looks thin. Came to college at like 185. Scott jump shots in particular. JoJo joining in from long range.
Experience.
In fact, when he was joking around there, we thank you, Serena. That's a nice move. He dribbles two basketballs, this whole thing, and people know enough to stay away from an NBA game. The Sixers now have hit 7 of their last 9. Turnover, but Ennis could score the bucket. However, Tobias Harris is able to do so.
Off and running. Ennis kind of holds it up a second. That gives Tobias enough time to fill.
Scoring up every year he has been in the NBA. And this points. By the way, number 0 is Nikhil Alexander. Hell doesn't want to hear any of it. Simmons running the floor. Compliments of Ennis. And it was all socks on consecutive possessions. It's Ennis. Buries the three and he's fouled. And this
2-5 looking up, seeing in the corner Ennis, who gets fouled as well.
Okafor slamming for 2. Simmons an opportunity here. He's got the smaller Drew Holiday, and he took advantage. Going to first.
They want to put a mouse on you. That is a personal insult. Go.
All hands on deck for New Orleans. You can count it. And Embiid will step a little bit because that's who I am.
Well, worry about whether or not he was good.
Season high 38 last night. 13 boards. 3 straight and only 2 turnovers, my friend. 2.
That's the number that stood out to 7. Not so much, though. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Or it's too much. He blows.
Good start for this home team, especially after last night.
Well, the Sixers are pretty much a team that has stayed away from that. And Brett Brown's time with the team is Ingram, the only other NBA team unbeaten at home. As Lonzo Ball hits the 3 at the foul.
Here's Mr. Ball. Yeah, that's a lot better than he used to be. 4 teammates.
Derek Favors, and for a very brief period of time, as Ball leads it off for Favors, who finishes. It's never good.
No.
When you're allowing the other team to penetrate. You either have an opportunity.
I'm okay with those misses. Those are good looks.
On the floor.
You know, it's been great too is JoJo is helping facilitate that fast break.
Get the crowd into it. Both of those blocks leading to offense.
A little bit of that hit. That's why the officials let him get away with it. It wasn't all shoulder.
On quite a list of guys averaging 20 or more and shooting over
the past success because of the work ethic and because I believe he's mentally tough.
In career free throw percentage at 80,
which everyone else in the league seems to get to, particular starters. Hard, lucky. No, it was a valiant play off of his leg. It should be Sixers ball, but 2 point you and your teammates.
Smart throwing it up, and there is Jackson Hayes, and he's been in the regular rotation for most of the season as Simmons hits the plunging.
Just a little while ago, you see Ben with the whip pass on that curve.
Fouls on Furkan Korkmaz. That'll put the Sixers over the limit. But his production per minute is still right there. Harris working over in fourth most in the NBA. Simmons denied by Hayes. It'll be a goaltending. Harris having to deal with J.J. Redick. Did him a favor by giving up the dribble. Harris. Sixers need to get busy here. Simmons late to the party. Offense, but they're shooting just 37.5%, though it ticks up a bit as J.J.
And that'll isolate that foul to the officials.
Josh Hart, who's offensively certainly when he's out of the game.
To be expected.
He can create, so that means that we have to do an even better job showing their hands exactly.
As the ball's in flight, when you're small, you have very little chance of getting those passes.
Has himself game high 14. There's Hayes leaking, and he slams for
everyone down the floor. The nice little pass up ahead, catch and finish.
And the finish.
How about this? Ben turning the corner. JJ going. Hands on you. He's just going to lift up right now. There's the contact. He's just going to lift up.
Hart working it with Hayes. There's the option in Holiday. Hero Nikhil Alexander Walker back in the game. Redick leases early there, giving the Pelicans another chance, and they take advantage.